Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. Mobley outside. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
And now the fast break, Garland with the ball. Six on the shot clock. A floater. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ron right side. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. He just bats that ball away.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow it.
He missed?
Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go
they gotta quit holding me
as their great group of role players.
And James gets it to go.
Watch out. LeBron James on the break, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just get out of the way.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Here's Mitchell. Good, nice job down low.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell or else he will punish you right off the catch.
Here's Doncic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Lakers trail. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Hey, what the hell you?
And that's just a risky play.
The hell are you doing?
Like that, not worth it.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. There's the triple. Nothing that time. It's 0 for 2. G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
He's so deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Shots good by Mitchell.
You can tell Mitchell loves finding shots. He never gets tired of working against the defense.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Why the fuck Evan Mobley up?
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 7.
And not only near the top, handling the ball. Luka sneaking out to the corner there, getting free for 3.
It's a bucket, bro.
And it's Mitchell missing. The Lakers in the lead.
Why the hell?
Doncic outside. Hachimura the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That one drops for him.
In the paint, LeBron James is capable of running right over the defender. That is athletic.
Pass to Okeke. Off target with his three.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Now here's Hachimura. Off target from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I see you, Mr. Mitchell. Now look, for a 6'1" guard, this man can absolutely fly.
Now here's Doncic. He has 7. Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much. The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Here's Jerome, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down.
I get that up. That's terrible.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers ahead.
The Cavaliers, 13.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin.
Why can't I catch oops?
Over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David.
This nigga not even
David,
on defense.
take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Lakers working the ball around now. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Mobley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Adept at fending off aggressive coverage. Mobley already looking like a vet out there.
They set the pick from deep. Offensive rebound.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Jerome, no good.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Reeves left side. And here's LeBron outside. Transit from beyond the arc.
That'll fuck you.
James has got 8 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Buries the long-range jumper. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court. Not a long way up for Mobley, but he rises to the rim for the finish.
Now Hayes, still yet to score. Pass to Reeves. Here's Doncic. From deep three-point land. Mobley with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
In the corner, Okoro with it. And here's Strus for three. A rebound by the Lakers. So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
He's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
Mobley a screen. Holds it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And it's not just all of his physical ability, it's his hands. He has amazing hands. Catches everything, never a wasted motion.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Big lead substitution here for Cleveland.
Laker fans,
Come on, I'm lagging.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half of the game. Garland feeling it out a little bit. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Garland's got the lead up to 7 out for the Cavs. Outside, James.
This nigga put in Bronny.
The screen. James with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's James. Los Angeles with another miss. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 11-3 run.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Doncic outside. 17 seconds left in the first half. And that game no good by the Lakers.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a
That's
good
a
look
steal.
next time down.
James outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lakers trail by 11. And Darius
Come on, that motherfucker right there in my face, man. I'm talking about in it.
that's his second personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Hayes. Nothing on the board. To the middle. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And LeBron James will outsmart you. He will open up things for other teammates with the pick and roll.
Over in the corner,
Here,
Allen.
why the fuck you at the 3?
Back to Garland. From outside the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Garland's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
You know, it's
smoking. Why the fuck do he got Bronny in?
Diminish over the course of a career, but the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Garland with the bucket.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
James outside. Takes the three. Another miss by LeBron. Cleveland leading by 12. And Hunter, here we go.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance.
No.
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. And here's James outside. Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. Mitchell outside. And Mobley throws it down.
It must be nice to have a 7-footer like Mobley that you can just throw pretty much anything out there and he'll go get it. This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
For three. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. Lakers trail by 16. Doncic from deep three-point land. Los Angeles with another miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower. And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
.133 left to play here in the third. Mitchell wide open.
I can't get no white with D. Mitch.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
LeBron James on the wing. 11 points in the game.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Blocking foul called on Matt Cruz. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Cavaliers making a switch here.
Ty the guy.
Ty Jerome.
54 seconds left in the third. And here's LeBron outside. Rebound by Mitchell. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Pass to Jerome.
Yeah, that's hella early.
The Cavaliers with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From deep, James buries it from three-point range. LeBron's got 14 points.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Hachimura. Finish off the break.
And it's all about getting to the right spot, and Hachimura did just that in transition.
Mitchell in the corner. Fires the three. Good D by James.
He hit.
Here's Hachimura. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, and may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by...
This nigga really put Brownie in.
And 1/4 to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Cavaliers leading by 14. There's the screen. Right side, Garland. Pass to Strus. Let's go. It's rebounded by Hayes. So it's the Lakers now. LeBron outside. Now here's Hayes. Shot clock at 6. James kicks it out to James. And Okoro pulls it down. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yes.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Garland with it. They set the pick. Driving to the basket.
You got a contest.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And that one's good by LeBron.
Oh, nice pass there by James. His teammates really will appreciate his ability to facilitate.
Ball's not loose. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Hayes. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Strus's shot is good.
Just such nice vision from Garland there. Part of his role is finding new ways to involve his teammates.
Okoro with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Garland. Doncic grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 15. James in the high post. Second chance effort. James gets inside and finishes.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Why is Brownie on me, bro? I'm working out. I ain't gonna lie.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Pass to Hayes. Doncic right side. And Hayes throws it down.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
There's Garland. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the 3 ball is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
And Mitchell doesn't take many shots from the corners, but he is more than capable of knocking them down.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. Back to James. Pass to Doncic. The kick out to LeBron. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
LeBron James on the way. Got it. Good job in the low post. LeBron's got 22 points.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like winners. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Here's Hayes. Mobley with the rebound. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 14.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by
Get that. That motherfucker right there.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and
Yeah,
that's
bring
what
the
made
bench
difference.
in.
Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection
Bring the
was
bench
better.
in. It's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really
Empty the
phenomenal
bench.
all-around game for Evan Mobley.
The work he
Know
put
that
in on the
though.
glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
Off target from three-point range. 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The three for Doncic. Thompson with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Outside, James. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful